So it's going to be up soon. Meanwhile, today's topic is the various stages of growth in MLM, the MLM business. Yes. So stuff. Now you see, a lot of us, after we signed up into the business, we sign up with certain expectations. All right, we sign up with certain expectations. The MLM business is the only business where people come in and they expect their mindset for growth. Everybody has this warped mindset for growth. Each and every one of us, we know the processes of life. Okay, you know that when you give birth to or rather, when a woman is pregnant, it takes a minimum 9 months for the baby to get matured. Everybody knows that it takes at least 9 months. Okay? This laptop is totally. I will have to restart my laptop. That it takes 9 months That's all right. I'm still here. I'm just trying to make sure that my laptop is back. They are fixing it. Okay. Okay. Now, every one of us, we know the process of life. We know that when a woman conceives, it takes 9 months for that child to grow. Okay, for that child to grow, or for that fetus to actually grow before we expect birth. Nobody fights that, right? Nobody fights that because it is a known fact. It is a known fact that, listen, it will take a period of 9 months for the fetus to grow into a human before birth. Every one of us know that when you go into the university, it takes a minimum of 4 years to graduate and to be given a certification with which you could apply to work something. Nobody quarrels with that. Nobody fights that. The reason is because everybody knows. Everybody also knows that when you plant a seed of corn, it takes about 3 months for it to grow to the point where it can be harvested and becomes edible, fit for human consumption. Everybody knows that. And nobody fights it because everybody knows. But then in MLM, of course, we all come into MLM business and we come with this warped mindset. We expect the principles of life to be suspended. We expect the process of growth to be suspended because we are now in multi-level marketing, right? Okay. Let me see if I can spotlight. Okay. My video is showing now, right? You can see my video now, right? All right. Now, everybody, when we come into multi-level marketing, we expect the process of life to be suspended. We expect the process of growth to be suspended. Everybody knows that before you begin to earn money, before you begin to work and earn money in every venture, whether it's a business, whether it's a job, first of all, you must go through the learning process. You must be taught. You must learn, right? You must be taught before you begin to expect to earn money. It's a process. Sometimes it takes a year. Sometimes it takes 2 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years before we eventually begin to earn money. Nobody fights that. Nobody quarrels with that. Why? Because everybody knows that. Because everybody knows it. But we come into multi-level marketing and then we expect the process of growth to be suspended. Someone signs up into a multi-level marketing business and begins to quarrel with everybody because after 1 month, after 2 months, his or her expectations are not met. The person is expecting to, to just break even in 2 months. Now, you see, it is normal for all of us. I'm sure that most people suffered the same kind of thing. I did. So I'm going to share my brief story. When I eventually decided to sign up into the business, all right. Of course, Dr. Mba showed me his alert and all of that. Well, two things that closed me down to be part of the business was that Dr. Mba had traveled or was traveling for vacation in the Philippines. All right. So he gave me that final call when he was preparing for that trip. So the concept of him going for a vacation intrigued me. Right. So I was very, very intrigued. And I was like, wow, this makes a lot of sense. I didn't actually act on it. Well, a week later or so, I eventually finally signed up into the business. And then he shared his alert with me. He shared his first month alert with me. In his first 2 weeks in the business, he earned, I think, if I can remember, well, 214,000 or thereabouts, right? But it was over 200,000 there. All right. It was over 200,000 naira in his first 2 weeks in the business. Then his second alert in the business was another 200 and something thousand naira after that's the fourth week now, right? I think that one was up to 250K. I can't remember, but I think everything put together was almost 500,000 naira. So in his first 4 weeks in the business, Dr. Mba had earned over 500,000 naira. All right, almost 500,000 naira, yeah, in his first 4 weeks in the business. Wow. I was like, really? Is that how fast people make money from this business? So I signed up. I was already up, and I had this expectation that, come on, this thing is a money-making machine. It is a quick way to make money. This business is a quick way to make money, to cash out. Like, if you want to cash out very, very fast, just be part of this business. So guess what? I was so excited that I finally found my tickets out of poverty. And I remember very well when I went to borrow money to upgrade, because I signed up what's it called? I signed up with one account. So I needed to upgrade my account. And then, of course, I spoke with Dr. Mba, and then he encouraged me, go and look for money. He didn't tell me to go and borrow money. He just asked me, he just encouraged me, go and get extra money, set up for 7 accounts then and all that. Even if you don't have the whole money for 7 accounts, you can do 4, right? It will be arranged this way for you. 4/17 is 4/7. I said, okay. So I didn't have the money. I went to look for the money. And then, of course, I went to borrow the money. The script I used in closing the person who was to give me the money was that I gave the person guarantee. I told the person who was lending me the money, the final person who accepted, who agreed to give me the money, I gave the person guarantees. I said, listen, I'm going to pay you back this money in 3 months' time. I will pay you back. In fact, it won't even take up to 3 months. I'm very, very sure. I was asking for a loan of 200,000 naira for a start, right? For a start. So I told the person, I'm going to pay you back in 3 months' time. It won't even get up to 3 months. I'm going to pay you back. Trust me, trust me. So because I gave the person these guarantees, the person did what? The person loaned me the money, gave me 200,000 naira. And without 200,000 naira, I added 3 more accounts. I added 3 more accounts. So that's 114,000 naira back then. Then I had about how much was that? I had about 80 something thousand naira, right? To boot. I think 86,000 naira. And with that 86,000 naira, I bought television with that. Now, when I bought TV, I also realized that I needed generator. I needed to equip myself for the business because I was preparing for my very first home launch. Okay, after signing up into the business, I was planning to do my very first home launch. So I needed more money to get generator just in case there's no light at home. And then I went back to the same person who loaned me the money, and I told him, please, I need more money. Give me another 200,000 naira. I'm going to pay everything together. I'm going to pay the whole 400,000 naira. I will pay it back in 3 months. Don't bother. It's not going to be more than 3 months. In fact, I can tell you it won't even be up to 3 months. Why am I even telling you 3 months? It's just so that just in case. You know why? Because I told the person, listen, this business I'm about to do, or that I've started doing, this business pays like this. It pays like this. I told the person the story of Dr. Mba. I said, the person who brought me into this business, do you know that in just 1 month, this man made up to 500,000 naira in his first one. In just 1 month, he had made up to. I told him, see, I'm very, you see, me, I'm favored of God. My case is different, right? My case is very different. If it took him 1 month to earn about 500,000 naira, come on, I'm very, very sure that see, me in 2 weeks, I'll make that 500. So you see this money I'm collecting for you, don't worry, I'm going to give you back. So I was able to get the money because I gave the person guarantees. And I was so sure that I was going to make back this money. I was so sure. Long story cut short, I started the business, right? And I started the activities. Of course, after my very first home launch, 3 persons signed up. 2 of them signed up with 3 accounts. 1 of them signed up with 1 account. Just from those signups in my first 2 weeks, if I can remember very well, my total earnings from those 3 signups was 106,000 naira, right? Because there was a promo that was going on then. So I earned over 100,000. I said, come on, you see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? This thing works. I said it. This thing works. Just imagine, in less than 2 weeks, I've already earned over 100,000 naira. I'm going again. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But after that, everything seemed to dry up. It wasn't moving the way I thought. 3 months passed. That 100 and something thousand naira was all the money I had earned after 3 months. And everything dried up. I was doing everything that I could. I thought I was working the business, but nothing was coming out. Right? I wasn't making more money. The people that signed up into my business, the 3 persons that signed up, were finding it difficult to sign up people in their business. And then we started struggling. And then it took another couple of months. The money wasn't coming. The person I borrowed the money from was already calling me. You told me that in 3 months' time, you're going to pay me back. In fact, before 3 months, you are going to pay me back. What's happening? It's 3 months already, and I've not seen the money. And remember, I told you the money is not my money. That money is not my money. If it were my money, I wouldn't have a problem. But it's not my money. I need to pay back these guys. I was pleading with him, please give me more time, right? What I'm seeing is not what I expected. What I'm seeing is not what I expected, you know, right? So nothing was working as at that time. I expected that, listen, in 3 months, I was going to make up to 1 million. If Dr. Mba could make it in 1 month, I was going to make it in 3 months. Come on. But 3 months was over. What I was experiencing wasn't what I expected. So the struggle started, and then we started finding ways to walk around the struggles. Then, of course, I think things started changing in the fourth, fifth month, right? In the fifth month, right? Things started changing little by little, little by little. After 6 months, I had not ended up to a millionaire in the business after 6 months. Look at, I promised that person that in 3 months' time, I was going to pay him back. In fact, before 3 months, I was going to pay him back. But then 6 months later, right? 6 months, I thought, of course, by the 6 months, I was able to pay back. I paid back the money. But that was after 6 months, right? So extra 3 more months, I was able to pay back eventually the money that I borrowed. But then you see, even after 6 months, I started making money from the business. But then it was just something, some trickles, just some trickles. All right, just some trickles. And then, of course, in that after 6 months, yeah, just about a millionaire, not up to a millionaire. We were just struggling. I started earning up to 100,000 naira. Before you knew it, it grew up to 300,000 naira. By my seventh, 8 month in the business, it was now up to 500K. 9 months, it was about 700, 800,000. Then I think after 1 year, I was able to earn my first 1 million naira in the business in 1 month. So you could see how much time it took. I didn't really blow like that, right? I didn't really just poof. There are some persons, it took me time, but there are some persons that in a year they've already come on. They've done times 4, times 5. All right. So it took me, but by 6 months, by 1 year and 18 months, it was exponential. The growth was now exponential. Now, the crux of my teaching this evening, even while I wait for my slide to be back, I had been practicing prior to this, prior to joining this business. I had been practicing architecture for already, this was 2018, for already minimum of 4 years, getting to 5 years already. So I had been working, I was already working as an architect. I was working in the firm. They were paying me salary. I was doing my PPs and the rest of them, right? Up until the point I signed up into this business. I think the highest project I had ever done as at that time, the biggest project I've ever done was a school job I did for a client. I designed a school, a very large school for the client. And then for my architectural fee, I was a professional fee, right? Architectural fee. I was paid design fees rather. Yeah. For my design job, I was paid 300,000. That was back then, 2018. That was the biggest amount of money I've ever earned. And that is after 6 years of studies, bachelor's degree and master's degree. And that was after 1 year youth service. That was after 4 years post youth service and post master's degree work experience. My highest pay, my highest salary then was just 100,000 naira. That's how much I was paid, right? And then the personal project that I did, what we call PPs, the highest I have ever earned after 6 years in the university, 1 year youth service, and then 4 years post. That's 11 years in the pursuit of the profession of architecture, the highest I've ever earned was 300,000 naira for one project. For one project, right? And I didn't have a problem with that. I didn't have a problem spending 11 years educating myself and then working and gaining working experience. I didn't have a problem working for 4 years. Started up on a salary of 30,000 naira. From 30,000 naira, it moved up to 60,000 naira. From 60,000 naira, it moved up to 100,000 naira. Then, of course, personal projects. I was doing some personal projects before. They were paying me 15,000 naira for a design. They were paying me 20,000 naira for a design. I could do some design, 50,000 naira. The highest I had ever earned was 300,000 naira. I didn't have a problem with that. After over 11 years, I didn't have a problem with that. But I came into a multi-level marketing business and I was expecting, right? Okay, please, boss, can you activate a waiting room so that I can connect with my laptop? My laptop is ready now, so that I can connect the Zoom room is full. Please, can you activate a waiting room so that I can connect? Ambassador Moses. All right. So I didn't have a problem, but I signed up into a multi-level marketing business, and I was expecting to earn 500,000 naira in 1 month. I was expecting to earn 500,000 naira in 1 month. And I was already feeling bad that after 3 months, I hadn't earned up to a millionaire. After 6 months, I've not earned up to a billionaire. Now I decided to share this story so that when I'm talking, you would know that I also felt the same way. So once we come into multi-level marketing business, most of us come in with that warped expectation. We're expecting this business to just start paying us, we'll start making millions, and we'll begin to complain. So my talk this evening is that I'm going to be sharing with you what is the growth stages? What are the stages of growth in this business? Now, how was I able to survive? Okay, boss, I'm in the waiting room. Ambassador Moses is the name. All right. So how was I able to survive? I read a book, Dare to Dream, Work to Win. And then there I learned the different stages of growth. And when I saw it, I now understood that, listen, I am in the correct stage. So this evening, I'm just going to be sharing with you the different stages of growth. So that some of you might not, you will follow the process. Okay. Yeah. You would follow the process. All right. So thank God my laptop is back now. I'm going to be sharing my screen. All right. Okay, so I'm good to go now. All right. So the stages of growth in MLM, if you understand this, it will really help you as you build a business. So listen, in building your MLM business, there are 3 stages you must go through. 3 stages. There are 3 stages you must go through. There are 3 stages of growth you must go through. And you know the funny thing, you can't get to stage 3 without going through stage 2. And you can't get to stage 2 without going through stage 1. That's one thing you must understand. That's why I started by sharing that story with you. You can't. There are no shortcuts. I said that there are 3 stages you must go through, not go, you can't go around it. All right? You can't go around these stages. You have to go through the stages. Now, I'm going to use a diagram to depict for you these different stages. I'm going to use diagrams to depict for you. Now, so many of us are familiar, right, with the 1 naira that duplicates in so many days, right? Now, let me also say this. Different connectors go through these stages at different speeds. They go through these stages at different speed. Now, there are some persons that will go through stage 1 in just a month, in 2 months, in 4 months, in 5 months, in 6 months. Are you following me now? Right? So I shared an example with you. Dr. Mba made over 400,000 in his first 1 month. I did not. I didn't earn 400 and something thousand in my first 1 month, but Dr. Mba did. Dr. Tony came with speed. Boom. He went through most of these stages. So different connectors go through these stages at different speeds. And there are factors responsible for this different speed. I'm going to highlight them as I talk about each and every one of these. So we're all familiar with this illustration of the 1 naira that duplicates in value every day for just 30 days, right? We're all familiar with that, isn't it? All right, we're all familiar with that. Beautiful. Now, let's look at this. This 1 naira duplicating in value every day actually depicts the various stages of growth you're going to go through while building your business. So let's look at the various stages, right? So this 1 naira begins to grow, right? In the first stage of growth, in the stage 1 of the growth, this 1 naira begins to duplicate. It begins to grow. The first day, 1 naira. The next day, it grows to 2 naira. The third day, it grows to 4 naira. The 4th day, 16 naira. 5th day, 32 naira. And that's how it keeps going up till the 10th day. Right? By the 10th day, it's just 1,000 naira. This guy has been working hard in this business. This guy signed up into this business, started working the business, was expecting this business to make him or her a multi-millionaire. But this person has been pushing this business, has been building this business, but after 10 days, now let me say this day could actually represent weeks. For some persons, it could represent months. For some persons, this could even represent years. So maybe this is week 1. You only earned the 1 naira. Week 2, 2 naira. After 10 weeks, just 1,000 naira. But this guy kept plodding, kept coming for summiting, kept coming for trainings, attending millionaire school like this, right? And he gets fired up, attend retreat, he gets fired up. He's feeling like quitting. It's like, I don't understand. I'm putting in everything into this business and nothing seems to be working. And then guess what? The guy just keeps plodding, putting in money and resources and everything. Day 13 months, 15 months, 16, right? Even month 16. At month 16, it is just 65,000 naira. If you add up everything, right, it is still less than 100,000.
or just a little over 100,000 naira if you sum up everything that is showing here. So imagine that this person has spent 16 months in the business, over 1 year in the business, and has only earned 100 and something thousand naira. What do you think will be going through the mind of this connector at this stage of growth? What do you think will be going through his or her mind? What do you think will be going? It is not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth the stress. So the stage one is the what? Is the what? It's not worth it stage. At this stage, it doesn't seem to worth it. What keeps going through your mind is that, come on, it's not worth the stress. It's not worth the hard work. It is not worth the rejection. It is not worth everything that I'm putting in. I am putting in so much money into this business, but nothing seems to be coming out. I've upgraded my account to 31 accounts. I have spent money. I've spent money going to Abuja for retreat and back. I have spent money making calls. I have spent money buying questionnaires. I have spent money doing a whole lot of things. I spend money transporting myself, going to the office every single day. It is not worth it. If after 16 months of doing this business, over 1 year, I'm putting out the money, I've upgraded to 31 accounts, I'm doing account maintenance, I am doing everything, people sign up into my business and then they quit and all of that, it's not worth it. It doesn't seem to worth it. So what is life? What does life look like in this stage? In the stage one, what does life look like? This is the stage where you put in so much, but you get little or nothing in return. Right? You are putting in the time, you are putting in the effort, right? So we think, I'm going to be specific. We think we are putting in the effort. We are putting in the effort. We're in the business. Come on, I've been in the business for 1 year. There's little or nothing in return for the time that we're putting in and the effort we're putting in. We put in sporadic effort with no result. Sporadic efforts. You come in, you do the business for 1 week, you put in effort, there's a mega event coming up, you do all the invitations, you invite, and then you come for the presentation that very day, and it turned out that nobody showed up. So after nobody shows up, what happens? You go on break for the next 1 week, for the next 2 weeks. So that's what I'm referring to sporadic, right? You take a break for 2 weeks because you need to recover from the trauma that you just experienced, having booked and invited, right? And then nobody showed up, not to even talk of people signing up. That's what life looks like in this stage. You take a break, right? You take a break. So it is sporadic. And you are wondering, I've spent 6 months in this business. At this stage, you have zeal without skills and knowledge, right? You have zeal. You are zealous. Come on. You remember what they told you on the day you signed up into the business. They showed you people who were going on vacation. My video is activated, though. I don't know which video you are looking at. My video is activated. But anyway, look, you should be looking at the slide. You should be looking at the slide. All right. You should be looking at the slide. Okay, maybe because okay, it was spotlighted. Okay. I've removed the spotlight. The other one was. Right? Okay. Okay, so you can see me now, right? All right, beautiful. Okay. All right. You have skills without knowledge. Right? Right? You have skills without knowledge. You have skills without, you have zeal without skills and knowledge. And you're wondering why your business, that's what happens in this stage. You are writing the contacts. You are trying to invite your friends. In fact, the first 1 week, the first 2 weeks in the business, you submitted your first contact list. And they told you, please don't explain to anybody. Don't try to explain anything to anybody. Just submit your contact and then send this text message, and then we're going to make the call. So you follow the instructions, right? Right? You follow the instructions. You submitted your contact list. You sent text messages, and you did not explain to anybody. In fact, your people were pressing you. Tell me, what is it all about? You refuse. You say, don't worry, just go, just go. And guess what? After they call all those your contacts, your first contact list, nobody showed up, nobody signed up. You begin to feel, maybe it's because I did not explain to them. These people told me not to explain, and I did not. Look at, nobody signed up. Nobody even came. In fact, this next list I'm going to submit, I will explain. I will tell them what it is. I will try to drag them. I will start convincing them. Because you see, you have zeal, but you don't have the skills. So you begin to tell your person, that thing that I'm inviting you for, right? It is something very wonderful. It is something very, very good. You need to come around and Why? Because you are trying to make sure that you get signed up. You are zealous. You are zealous. At this point, all you want is just one person to sign up into your business. That's all you want. So you don't have the skills, you don't have the knowledge, and then after you have done what, you now find out that as you are explaining to them, they are even turning down the opportunity the more. In fact, they are laughing at you. They are laughing at you. And what happens is that your frustration is now compounded. That is what life looks like in the stage one. Right? What happens in stage one? You expect result for time spent and not work done. So after you've submitted your first question, your first contact list, your second contact list, you've done all you could. You tried convincing some of them. You even tried dragging them to the venue of the presentation, and then they even came and they did not sign up. So what begins to happen now is that you begin to complain about the time you spent building the business. So I joined this business 6 months ago, up till now, nothing. I signed up into this business 1 year ago, up to now, nothing. This business is not working. You begin to expect results from the time you have spent. You are calculating time, and you say, come on, if I had spent this 6 months building another business, if I had spent this 1 year doing something else, I would have been what? I'd have earned money. But I just wasted my time. It seems I'm wasting my time. Why? Because you are expecting result for the time you have spent and not for the work you have done. So life in the stage one, we begin to correlate our outcome with the time we spend. We don't spend time to calculate how much effort have I put in. Have I actually put in the effort that will warrant the outcome or the kind of results I'm looking for? So that's why you hear people tell you, people that quit the business, they say, I did everything. I did everything they told me to do, but nothing. That's why I left. And to them, that is a justification. I spent 6 months building that business. I spent 1 year building that business, and nothing came out of it. They did not realize that they were in the stage one of the business. That they were in the stage one of the business. What does this mean? In stage one of the business, do not expect results from the work you did not do in the business you did not build. Let me repeat. If you are in the stage one in the business, do not expect results from the work you did not do in the business you did not build. Are you following me now? What counts in stage one is not the time you have spent. It is actually the work you are doing, the income producing activities that you're doing. Let me be fast. What happens in stage one? What does life look like in stage one? The weight of rejection, the weight of poor results, the weight of what? Of discouragement, etc. feels heavier than the promise of a better life. Right? The weight of rejection seems heavy. There you are. People are rejecting you. People are rejecting the opportunity. People are rejecting the business opportunity. Nobody seems to be interested in what you're telling them. The weight of rejection is very heavy on you. The weight of poor result is very heavy. Discouragement, it feels heavier than the promise of a better future. You begin to question everything that was said to you on the day you signed up. You begin to question the sincerity of the leaders in this business. That's what happens in stage one. You begin to question the sincerity of all the promises that were made to you. That's, you know why? Because the weight of rejection, the weight of poor result, the weight of discouragement seems heavier. It feels heavier. That's what life looks like in stage one. Why? Because it doesn't seem to worth it. After 16 months in the business, just about 100,000 naira total income. Come on, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. What does life look like in stage one? What begins to happen? The temptation to quit becomes stronger. In stage one, the temptation to quit begins to come, because look at, how can you keep building a business where everybody you know is saying no to the opportunity? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to keep building a business that you are putting in the effort and there's no result, or there is poor result. It doesn't make sense to keep building a business that everybody around you is discouraging you from doing. Why should you keep building the business? Why should you keep building a business that you have spent 6 months building, 1 year building, a year and a half building, and you have little or nothing to show for it? The most logical thing to do is to quit. You begin to chase the fool's gold. In stage one, people begin to fall for the temptation of the shiny object syndrome. Right? You begin to fall for the temptation of the shiny object syndrome. You begin to look out. Is there no other business I can do that is better than this? Is there no other business that can give me quicker returns, better results within a shorter period of time? Oh, stage one is a very tempting stage. And you know the funny thing? When you are in stage one, people begin to dangle all manner of carrots to you. I don't know how they used to know that you are struggling in the business, that you are in stage one of the business, that you are not getting results from the business, that the business is not working, that all that was promised to you is not showing up. It's not showing up. I don't know how they used to know. I don't know how they get to know. So they begin to dangle all manner of carrots to you. They tell you, forget about the promises these guys made. They just lied to you. They just deceived you. You were just one of the cheap guys they were able to get. Forget about all those promises. It's not true. Don't mind Architect Moses. He just got you so that he can make his own money. Don't mind that person that invited you. The person had to say all that they needed to say just so that you can part ways with your money. Can't you see? You've parted ways with your money. Now nothing is happening in the business. Come, there's another one that I know. There's another one that I'm doing. This one, you don't need to bring people. This one, you don't need to work anything. This one, you don't need to read any book. This one, there is no cell meeting. There's no Zoom meeting in this one. Right? There's no Zoom. There's no this. There's no training. There's no that one. Just come here. Just put your money. Just put your money. And in fact, you don't need to bring anybody. They're going to be paying you every month just for the money that you put. They begin to dangle carrots. And then guess what happens? At this stage, you begin to chase the fool's gold. Right? You begin to chase the fool's gold. That is the temptation you have in stage one. Right? Right? That is what happens in stage one. The temptation to quit becomes very, very strong. In stage one, all the business you're building is all about you. You are the only one doing everything in the business. Right? 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 You're the only one building your business. You're the one doing everything. You're trying to get people to sign up into your business. Even those that signed up into your business, guess what? They quit. They leave you. Everything about your business is all about you. Right? Right? Everything about here, everything is about you. You don't have teammates. The people that signed up into your business, they quit the business and they leave you. It's all about you. It is only you. It is only you. It is all. That's what happens in stage one. Stage one is a one-man show. It's usually a one-man show. And you at this stage one, you keep wondering, will there ever be a time where I will have people under me? In stage one, you begin to wonder, is it ever possible to become like Dr. Tony in this business? Is it ever possible to become like Ambassador John Ugu? That will be top one. Is it ever possible to be like Ambassador Imelda? That back to back every month, these people are making millions of naira. Is it ever possible that I can ever get to the point where I have teammates, I have people who are building this business, whether I am there or not? Is it ever possible? Are you sure that this thing is real? When you are in stage one, you begin to question yourself. There's a lot of questions that go through your mind. You begin to even wonder, is it even possible to have people join your business? These guys who have people under them, are they not just lucky? Are they not just lucky? Or is it not just their family members that they placed under them? Is there anything like duplication in this business? Can anybody ever can somebody like me ever come to a point where people are doing this business under me, even while I am sleeping? Is that thing ever possible? Because you see, in stage one, everything is all about you. It looks as if you can never break the ceiling, the glass ceiling. It looks as if there will never be light at the end of the tunnel because everything seems bleak in stage one. The fog is so thick in stage one. Everybody around you is discouraging you from the business. Your family members are holding meetings on your matter, right? Your family members are holding meetings on your matter. They hold meetings and say, we don't know what is wrong with our brother. We don't know what is wrong with our sister. We don't know this. We don't know that. Stage one, stage one, stage one. It's a stage of growth. It's a stage. It's a phase. Everybody goes through the phase. Some persons go through it faster. Others go through it slower. But you will definitely go through it. How do you overcome stage one? How do you survive stage one? Right? How do you? Because let me tell you something. You will definitely go through it. You will definitely go through it. How do you survive stage one? If you want to survive stage one, you have to walk the walk. How do you overcome stage one? I said it before. The work has to be done. The only way to overcome stage one is to do the work. You don't overcome stage one by complaining about it. You don't survive stage one by crying about it. You don't survive stage one by praying and wishing that it will just pass. Right? You don't survive stage one by just sitting down and saying, God, when will I be in stage two? When will I be in stage two? The only way to survive stage one is to walk the walk. That's the only way. That's the only way. That's the only way. The major way to push yourself through stage one is to make sure that you are doing the numbers, that you are engaging in massive activities. That's the only way. Because I can tell you something. You can go and walk, you can go and be praying and praying and praying and praying. If you don't do stage one, if you don't do the work in stage one, you will still remain in stage one. It doesn't matter the number of books you read, right? If you like, be reading all the books. You will need to read books, of course. I'm going to come to that. But the only thing that can guarantee you surviving stage 1 is work. Massive activities. Doing activities. Do you understand? Right? If you invited 100 persons and nobody showed up, invite 200 persons the next time. That's the only way to overcome and survive stage 1. If you showed up for your home lunch and nobody signed up, right? How do you do it? Make sure that you organize the next lunch the next week and make sure that 20 persons are seated there. That's the only way. The hard way is the only way. That's how to survive stage 1. Activities. Activities. It's not by wishing it. It's not by going to go and meet a boss. Boss, please touch me. Boss, please touch me. I don't know what is it, but boss, can you just shake me? Let me just shake you. I want to tap something. You don't survive stage 1 by tapping. You survive stage 1 by walking. You come for retreat, say, boss, please touch me. Boss, please mentor me. Boss, please touch me. Boss, please, let me just shake you. Let me take a picture with you. As I'm taking a picture with you, I am tapping the grace. You don't tap your way out of stage 1. You walk your way out of stage 1. Are you hearing me now? You walk your way out of stage 1. You do the numbers game out of stage 1. Right? You do the numbers game out of stage 1. How do you survive stage 1? Walk the walk. The harder it is, the tougher you become. Increase the number. Say no show, no show. Boss, I'm inviting everybody and they are not showing up. Invite more. The only way to overcome no shows is more invitations. But you know what most of you do? When there is no show, you retreat. You have a justification for not trying again. That's what most of you do. That's why you keep experiencing no show. How do you overcome no show? Is by mass increased invitation. That's how you overcome no. That's what I told my people. I'm inviting. Go and invite more. Do much more. Now, you see this walk the walk, these massive activities. It will determine how long you stay in stage 1. Some persons will go through stage 1 in 1 month. Some persons will go through stage 1 in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. Some persons will still be in stage 1 for 1 year. The difference in the time it takes is the work you do. How long you are going to stay in stage 1 is dependent on how much you are willing to work. The harder you work, the faster you move out of stage 1. Increase the activities. That's how long. Right? It took me 6 months to stay in stage 1. Right? Dr. T did not have to stay in stage 1 for up to 6 months. He came in and did more massive activities than myself when I was in stage 1. Are you following me now? And he didn't stay that long. But then it took me time. But there are some persons who are here in stage 1 year. Some of you 2 years, you are still in stage 1 of the business. Some of you 3 years, you are still in stage 1 of the business. No wonder your family member, you are giving our business bad name in your family. Some of you are giving our business a bad name before your friends, before your church members. Why? Because you are not doing the work that has to be done. You are not putting in the consistent effort. So people look at you and they say, if this is what multi-level marketing is all about, count me out. I'm not interested. Some of you, 2 years, you are still in stage 1 because you are not doing the work. Because you are not walking the walk. Do you want to come out of stage 1? Walk the walk. That's the only way. How do you survive stage 1? You have to keep improving yourself. You have to keep improving yourself. So while you are doing the work, you have to make sure that you are doing the work in the right way. Are you following me now? Because guess what? If you are trying to cut down a tree with a blunt axe, it will take you a longer time and it will stress you the more. Wisdom demands that when you strike the tree with the axe and the cut is not deep, You will you will bring out your axe and look at it. And then you ensure that it is sharp. What do? You make sure that you sharpen the axe. Because the sharper the axe, the less the time it will take to do the job. Do you know why some of you, it takes more time for you? You are still in stage 1 and it is taking longer. It is because some of you are cutting with a blunt axe. Some of you are cutting with a blunt axe. You are no longer blunt. You are no longer sharp. Your skills are not sharp. Your knowledge is not sharp. Your competence is blunt. And you come out and you are doing the activities. You are still doing the same activities the same old way. No, sir. No, man. No, man. Wisdom demands that when you do something and you don't get the result, you sit down and you review. Right? You sit down and review. Why am I not getting the result? Right? If you are doing the work, you are working the work, but you are not getting the result, you are sure that you are doing the work. You are sure you are working the work, and you are not getting the desired result. You will sit down and ask a question. You ask yourself questions. Why am I not getting the results? Why is it that others are getting the result I'm not getting? You begin to ask questions. You go close to the people who are getting the results, and you begin to observe. What are they doing differently? What are they saying differently? What do they know that I don't know? You observe them and you begin to adjust. You begin to make the necessary adjustments that is required to command the kind of result. But you know the challenge so many of us have? As it was in the beginning, so shall it be, war without them. That's our challenge. And that's why you're still in stage 1. There's no improvement. You are not improving your leadership skills. You are not improving your invitation skills. You are not improving your presentation skill. You are not improving your close down skills. Oh, I remember those days. Let me tell you why it took longer for me to be in stage 1. It took me 6 months. Now, there was nobody to teach me the business like physically in Enugu, right? I had to learn everything by proxy, either by call. Dr. Mba would travel in once in a while, maybe once in a month or once in 2 months, right? He would travel in, then he would just teach us, and then he would go back and all that. So most times I had to learn certain things on my own, and then he kept giving me direction, told me to go to Abakaliki. The first time I saw a physical presentation was in Abakaliki, right? So that was the first time. So let me show you, let me explain this to you. So when I started the business, right, when my people signed up, right, of course, it was Dr. Mba that did the close down for them over the phone and all of that. So when my people signed up into the business, right, it was difficult for them to get signups. Now, I tried doing the same thing that I did that got me the sign up. How did I get the signups? I played the same video. Dr. Mba told me, play the same video that you played. And then, you know, for that got you the result. Play the same video that you watched, rather, that convinced you to sign up into the business. Put me on phone. I'm going to close them around. So when I did that, 3 persons signed up. Oh, that's the only way I know to get result. So when my people signed up into the business, do you know what I was doing? When they gather their people, I will come. Those same things I said before they signed up, before I played the video in my house, I will come and regurgitate the same thing. Then I will play the video. Then when I play the video, now there's no Dr. Mba to do close down now. There's no Dr. Mba to do close down. So I will just say something after the video is done. I will just say something, and then tell them, oh, you make payment. Nobody was making payment. Nobody was paying. So that was why it was difficult for them to get signups. And then we were now stuck. Do you understand? We were now stuck because I was doing the same thing that I knew. The same thing that I did that gave me result. I was applying the same thing, but I was not getting the result. So I started wondering, why is it not working anymore? That was the same thing that I did, and I got 3 signups. But I'm doing the same thing now, and nobody's signing up. So I started asking questions. What is not working? I called Dr. Mba. This is what I'm experiencing, though. We finished doing presentation today. Nobody signed up. I finished saying all the things I knew to say. I played that same video and all that. Dr. Mba told me you need to learn how to do presentation. He told me to go to Abakaliki to go and watch and observe a presentation. He sent me the slide. I went to Abakaliki. I observed. When I went there, I said, wow. For the first time I saw presentation, I saw how I said, oh, so there's something like this. Excuse me. So I came back and I started applying what I saw. I told them, don't worry, gather your people again. I'm going to now kill it this time around. So I came because that was where I saw close down for the first time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That was where I saw it for the first time. So when I came, they gathered their people again. And then I came. Of course, Dr. Mba sent me Ambassador Kelechi Another's training video, presentation video with Sharon's and close down video, right? So sorry, audio. I kept listening to them. Now that's improvement. Now I discovered that what I was doing was not giving me the result. I had to start improving what I was doing. It was foolishness to keep doing the same thing that I was doing that was not giving me the result. Are you following the drift? Are you seeing how to survive stage 1? So I learned how to present. I learned how to do all of those things. So I was now improving myself. Still, I will run presentations. Now, I was very good at presentation this time around. Only that my presentation, I will spend 3 hours in the presentation. Right? And then by the time I'm done, all the people are tired. They are, what do I call it now? They are even tired. They can't even stay anymore. They are fact that, in fact, they've lost interest. I will now try to do close down. Nobody sign up. Nobody is signing up. I called Dr. Mba. I said, I don't know what is wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong. These people came. They were enjoying the presentation. I said, boss, they were enjoying the presentation. Even me, I was enjoying the presentation. He now told me, you need to learn how to do close down. I said, which one is close down now? He said, go and download Matt Morris trainings on close. Get every video you can get on close down and watch. And I started doing the same thing. Self-improvement. Then finally, right? Finally, the first sign-up came. Now, I remember that there was one guy that did presentation in Abuja office. Right? And this guy, you know, Dr. Mba, those days when we were still coming up, all of us were still coming up, right? If anybody does presentation back then, right, and the person gets out of Dr. Mba, we broadcast it everywhere. We broadcast it on all the WhatsApp platforms. So Dr. Mba broadcasted it. He said, come on, everybody celebrate so and so person. He did presentation and got 7 instant sign-ups. Say, what? Somebody did presentation and 7 persons signed up. I collected the guy's phone number. I called him. I said, guy, what thing you put for mouth? How did you talk it? Because I'm here, I'm struggling. Nobody's signing up into my business. These were attempts I was making at improving myself. Long story cut short, I learned how to do the presentation. I finally learned how to do close down. And before you need, for the first time, I did my first presentation. And then somebody signed up instantly. First instant sign up. And guess who was that first instant sign up? Charles Ajangu. First instant sign up after presentation. Dr. Mba called me from Abuja. I said, Moses, Mo, I heard that somebody signed up in Enugu office. Right? Somebody signed up. And Joy is very bad because Joy was in Abuja then. So Joy is very, very happy. He said, Mo, anything you said, whatever it is you said that made him pay, say, keep saying it. That's what he told me back then. He said, don't keep saying it. Just keep saying it. Just keep saying it. Right? So, but then the bottom line is this, right? I had to what? I had to keep improving. Right? It was foolishness to keep doing the same thing. And then some of you, that's what you're doing. You keep doing the same thing and you are complaining that I'm not getting the result. Things are not changing. Have you checked how you are doing what you're doing? Have you checked how you're doing what you're doing? Have you compared how you are doing what you're doing to what others are doing? That thing that you're doing and you're not getting results, there is somebody who is doing it and the person is getting results. Have you tried to find out what that person is doing? Have you tried to find out? Have you tried to find out how the person is doing it so that you can improve yourself? Now, of course, I kept doing it, and at a stage, it stopped producing the result. I can't count how many times whenever I'm in Abuja, I remember those days, when I travel to Abuja, I will go and attend Dr. Victor's presentation. Dr. Mba will tell us, Dr. Victor is doing a presentation. Oh, if you are interested, go and sit down there and learn. I will go and sit down inside Dr. Victor's presentation class, and I'll just be watching him. I will watch everything that he's doing. When I come to Abuja, Dr. Mba is doing presentation. I will go and sit down and watch the way he does his presentation. I watch the way he says the things. I watch the way his slide is. Then I will come back. I will make certain adjustments. I watch the way he does his close down. I will come back. I will make certain adjustments. I kept improving. I kept improving. I kept improving until I got to where I am. And that was how I fought my way out of what? Out of stage one. Some of you are still in stage one because you are doing the things that don't work. You are doing the things that don't work. Your leaders are trying to teach you. Some of you have your leader, your own leader is presenting and people are signing up massively. But because of your pride, I don't know where you got that pride from. You just want to prove to your leader, I can do it on my own. Look at where doing it on your own has led you. 2 years, there's no results. You have to keep improving. You have to keep improving yourself, right? You have to keep improving yourself. Find out who is getting it and go and do it more. Associate with positive reference group. How do you survive stage one? Find people who are positive about the business. Stay around people who are building the business, people who are optimistic, people who are seeing the future in the business. People who are looking at the future, who are seeing a bright future, people who are optimistic about their future in the business. Go and stay around those people. That is why if you are in stage one, how do you survive stage one? Please make sure you show up in the office every day. Stay around positive people in the business. There are some people that when even in the office, they are backbiters. Stay away from negative people. Stay away from negative people. If you want to survive stage one, look, stay around people who are doing the activities and are getting the result. If you want to survive stage one, stay away from people who all they do is to sit down and gist in the office. Stay away from them. Stay away from people who talk against your leaders. All they do is to talk about, say, look at it now. They told us that Ultra H2 will come since June, since May. The last payment I made in May, they told us that it will come in June. June, it did not come. July, it did not come. Even August, it did not come. Stay away from such persons. Stay around positivity. That's the only way. Because imagine that you are complaining that you invited 20 persons and nobody showed up. And then you are sitting close to somebody who now tells you, you are complaining of 20. Say, welcome to the grind. Though. You have not seen anything yet. People like us that keep inviting up to 100 and nobody shows up. In fact, me, I don't tire. I have tired. I have tired. My tired is tired. Imagine you are complaining of 20 that didn't show up. Then you are now close to somebody who is now telling you that 100, and that person is your mentor. The person is your mentor. The person is somebody you are looking up to. This person has been in the person is the person that does training for you people in the office. Has been in the business for 2 years, and the person that you've not seen anything yet. welcome to the grind. Stay away from negativity. Stay away from negativity, right? Stay around positive people. Stay around people who are seeing the future and who are building for the future. Stay away from your family members who are discouraging you. Find a way to avoid them. Don't pack out of your family house if you can. Stay, but make sure that you close your ears to every form of negativity. You have to stay positive. Listen to motivational talks. If you are in stage one, you should not be spending time on social media. What are you doing on social media? Fill up your phones with motivational talks, motivational videos. That's what you should be listening to day in, day out. That was how I survived stage one. Oh. That was how I stayed. If you come to my laptop, you will see motivational videos. You will see motivational audios. You will see them, they are there. Every morning when I wake up, I will just play them. As I'm doing, as whatever I'm doing, I'll just play them. As I'm preparing to the office, as I'm preparing to go to some of them were in my phone. As I'm on my way to the office, I am listening to motivational talk. I'm listening to motivational, especially fearless, what's it called? Fearless motivation. I listen to their motivations countless number of times. You need to keep listening. Feed your mind with positivity. Feed your mind. That's how to stay on the grind. If not, the discouragements and all those bleak and poor results of stage 1 can knock you out. Do everything to feed your mind with positivity. Are you following me now? That's how to survive stage 1. What do you do next? Keep the dream alive. Keep the dream alive. Never lose sight of the dream. Never lose sight of, if you are in stage 1, the only reason you will survive stage 1 is the dream. The dream of a better life. The dream of a better life. The dream of a better future. The dream of what your life will become when you start earning $1 million every month. Keep imagining it. Keep imagining what your life will look like when you start earning $5 million every month. See yourself in the future. Keep reminding yourself of your better future. Keep the dream alive. Listen, it is only the dream that can get you through the discouragement. That's why you need to be listening to motivational talks. That's why you need to. Because when you listen to, that's what it did for me. When you keep listening to motivational talks, what does it do? It keeps reminding me of my goals. It keeps reminding me of my future. It keeps reminding me of the life I want to live. It keeps reminding me of where I want to be in the next 10 years, in the next 5 years, in the next 2 years. Then guess what? When I keep remembering what my life will look like in the next 5 years, it gives me the fuel to go through the rejection. When I keep remembering what my life would look like when I start making $2 million every month in the business, it gave me the fuel to go through the discouragement. It gave me the fuel to go through the no-shows. It gave me the fuel to go through the discouragement from my family members. Keep the dream alive. Keep the dream alive. Keep reminding yourself of the dream. Keep the dream in front of you. Keep looking at the dream. When you are always looking at the dream, you will lose the desire to quit will lose its essence on you. It will lose its grip on you. It will be easier for you to go through the discouragement. That's how I survived stage 1, guys. That's how you can survive stage 1. Keep the dream alive. Keep reminding yourself what tomorrow is going to look like. Just imagine what will happen when you buy your car. Imagine that day when you are going to be launching your car. Imagine you inviting all those people who have been laughing at you. Just imagine you inviting those your neighbors that have been calling you labu labu. Just imagine the look on their faces when you drive your car to that house. These are some of the imaginations that will keep you going. That person that insulted you because you chose to do multi-level marketing. Just imagine what it will look like the day you are going to drive by the person's shop and then you wind down and ask the person, hello, my guy, how far now? Just imagine it. Just keep imagining. Keep that picture in your mind. Keep that picture in your mind. Imagine what it will look like when you finally build and own your own house. Imagine the day, right? Imagine the day you are going to be inviting those your church members. Imagine the day you are going to invite all those your colleagues in the place of work that refuse to sign up into your business. Imagine the day you will invite them to your housewarming. Imagine the day you are going to invite those your neighbors that laughed at you. You invited them for your home lunch. They came for your home lunch and they came out and laughed at you and said, is this what you got yourself involved in? Imagine what it will look like when you invite them. Just imagine the invitation. Can you imagine what the invitation call is going to look like? Can you imagine when you are calling them and say, hello, I just want to call you. Hello, how are you doing? It's been a long time. I'm just calling you to invite you to my housewarming. I'm going to be dedicating my house tomorrow on Sunday by so time. I'll be very, very happy if you're going to make it. Just imagine yourself. Imagine what their reaction is going to look like. See, these are the kind of thoughts that you need to keep reminding yourself. The Bible said that whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of worthy report, keep thinking on them. That's how to survive the what? That's how to survive the stage one in this business. That's how to survive stage one, guys. Keep reminding yourself. You see this thing I'm teaching you? Even Jesus Christ practiced the same thing. He practiced. That was the only way he could go through the cross. That was the only way he could go through that difficult experience. Stage one is difficult. Stage one is strong, but you need a stronger why to go through the tough times. That's why you must keep the dream alive. That was what Jesus Christ did. He said, looking up to Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith, whom for the joy that was set before him, endured the cross, despising the shame. The only reason he could endure the cross, he kept reminding himself of the joy that was set before him. That was the only reason he could go through it. That day when he was at Gethsemane, he wanted to give up. He said, Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass over me. But he said, nonetheless, he now remembered, guy, don't be too quick to pray that the cup will pass over you. Remember, he remembered, if I go through this suffering now, if I go through this stage, I will be given a name that is above every other name, that at the mention of my name, every knee will bow. When he remembered that time, he received encouragement, he received fuel, and he said, Father, not my will, but yours be done. That was how he was able to survive. That was how he was able to survive. He wanted to give up. He was at the point where he wanted to give up. But then he remembered, if I go through this suffering now, I will be seated at the right hand of the Father. I will be seated at the right hand of the Father. When he remembered that, he kept the goal before him. It was easier to go through the stage. That's what you need to do. That is how successful people go through the difficult times in their business. Go and ask Dangote. When it was tough, when things were tough for him, how did he survive the tough times? He kept remembering, one day I will become one of the top industrialists in Africa. He kept the picture. He kept the picture. And that was how he was able to go through it. That was how he was able to go through it. You need to find why to do the work. You see, when I started, I said, walk the walk, Abi. For you to walk the walk, you have to be in the right attitude. And for you to be in the right attitude, you have to keep something. You have to keep something. The picture must be clear. The picture must be clear. The picture of where you are going to must be clear. That is what will make the walk worth it. Remember, stage one looks like it's not worth it. What will make it worth it is the picture that you have. Oh, so those days when it was tough, when the person that I borrowed money from was asking me for his money back, and I could not pay, and I did not even have money to pay, and the results were not coming, I felt like quitting. I felt like quitting. It was like, oh my God, this thing is not going to work. But do you know how I survived it? I kept reminding myself. I would look at Dr. Mba and I would say, because then at some point, I think Dr. Mba made his first, okay, he didn't show us his alert of his first 1 million. But I think when I can remember very well, when Dr. Mba made his first 3 million naira in the business, Dr. Mba showed us the alert. When I saw the alert, it encouraged me. I said, come on, if you could do it, then I can do it. Dr. Mba back then, even when I'm not started making money, Dr. Mba will be telling me stories. He'll be telling me stories of people who are making 250,000 naira in the business. He was telling me stories of how Ambassador Mike was already making up to 10 million naira in the business. Those things, whenever I felt like quitting, I would remind myself, a day is coming. A day is coming. I'll make up to 1 million in this business in a month. A day is coming. I would just picture what my life would look like when I make 5 million. Do you know what is 5 million in 1 month? I kept reminding myself. Whenever I remind myself of that, I would go through the process. I would go through the process. And today I look back and I'm wondering, how did I go through all those discouragements? How did I survive all those rejections? How did I survive all those tough times, those poor results? Do you know what helped me to survive? There was a dream. I kept remembering the dream. I kept picturing the dream. Guys, if you want to survive stage 1, you have to be a dreamer. You have to become very good at painting pictures. Are you hearing me? You have to become very good at imaginations. That's how to survive stage 1. You have to engage your mind. Become a very good imaginator. Please keep imagining. Keep imagining. Be very, very good with imaginations. Paint pictures in your mind. And then also be very, very good in painting pictures in the mind of your teammates. Dr. Mba was very good at painting pictures in my mind. And I'm sure that's the same thing he did with other leaders. He kept on painting pictures in my mind. He kept on painting. That was when he told me, listen, Moses, if you do this business and you grind, one day we are going to watch the World Cup live and direct. He kept on painting pictures. He painted pictures in my mind. Why would I quit? If one day I would go and watch the World Cup live and direct. You need to be very good at imaginations. Become very good at imagination. Paint pictures and help your teammates. Paint pictures for your teammates. It will help them go through the stage 1 and then do the work. Do the work. Do the work. Go through it and you will survive stage 1. This is 9:33 already. Obviously, I can't finish this training today. So I don't know. Maybe when next boss gives me opportunity, I will talk about stage 2 and stage 3. This is 9:30 already. I would have to stop it here. I hope you got value. I hope you got value. Thank you so much, boss, for time. But sorry, maybe I think because my laptop didn't come up on time, so I'm not able to finish up this training today, sir. So as you deem necessary, whenever you give us time, maybe I'll be able to finish up the last part. Thank you very much, sir. And thank you very much. I don't know if boss has anything to say. So.
Wow. Well, it's an amazing session. Let's appreciate Mr. Moses. Let's appreciate. See, the mango does not fall very far from the tree or the apple, as people say. And when you listen to successful people talk, you can see depth. Okay, this is not aspire to perspire. This is depth. This is experience. I've encountered it. And like I've always said, and what we'll be doing from now going forward, the goal is not to finish a training. The goal is not to finish a book. The goal is to understand it. So even if it's going to take 3 weeks, 4 weeks for us to fully digest these stages of growth, we have all the time. There's no other thing we are doing with our time. So Moses, please, you continue next week and take your time. No need, no rushing. Take your time. And this training today, as you're even taking the training, I was just playing back the scripts and remaking more decisions. You know, sometimes even as human beings, you tend to forget how far God has brought you. Some of these trainings are reminders. You know, some of these trainings are reminders. So amazing training. Amazing training. If you must succeed in this business, you see, he has said a lot of things. But you see, one very important thing there is avoid negative people. Always stay with the positive people because it can wear you down. And when you are down, the next person beside you should not be somebody that is complaining. No. The next person beside you should be the person that is saying, you can do it. I believe you can do it. I believe you can do it. I believe you can do it. Go and do it. This other person has done it now. This other person has done it. This other person has done it. You too can do it. And how we also protect ourselves from negative people is also by listening to motivational back to back to back to back. As he said, fearless motivation, back to back to back to back, study, look at the dreams. I don't know, you have to get to the point where you believe these things are possible. Even when I was saying it about the World Cup, we were just saying it, but eventually it became flesh. We could taste it. And at that time, we went for the World Cup and came back. And there are a lot of things that's going to happen this year, next year. We're going to see. Even next World Cup, are going for it. And it's just what is possible. It's what is possible in this business. Please, whatever happens, don't give up on your dreams. Please, I beg you. Whatever happens, don't give up on your dreams. You see that stage one, survive it. Don't give up on your dreams. See, when you give up, the moment you give up, then it's all over. But as far as you have not given up, as far as you're not giving up, there is still hope. See, there is still hope. There is still hope. As far as you have not given up, there is still hope. You can fall 7 times, get up 8. There is still hope. As far as your foot is on the ground, there's still hope. But the moment you give up, it's all over. The moment you give up, it's all over. And it's not only all over in this business, it is also to also affect other ventures you will embark on. Do you know why? Because you have learned the act of giving up. Giving up the first time is the most difficult. The moment you give up once, you are likely going to give up again. You have learned the act of giving up. So follow through. And whenever anybody tries to discourage you, look around, look at people that are successful. Every month we do recognition. We recognize top 20. We recognize Millionaire Circle, Monthly Millionaire. We recognize all these people. And you look at them, they are human beings. Some are educated, some are not educated. Some are professors, some are selling things in the street. Some are men, some are women, young, old. The elderly. We have all sorts of persons. And when you look at them, somehow, you fit into that group. There's no one that is better than you. You are not the worst of them all. And if it's possible for them, then it's possible for you. It's possible for you. And always tell yourself these things. There are certain things I told myself then. When they started happening, I didn't even know. If I want to do it, I was just looking back at it. There's even something that is happening in the next, say, 6 months, thereabout. And I was just looking at it, I say, is this for real? It is for real. Is this for real? I've not been in a place where I can commit to things that I believe in. I believe in the agenda. I believe in kingdom agenda, and I can now support it. I can send some persons some missions. I can support the causes I believe in, the charitable cause I believe in. It's through this business. It's through this business. If I did not send, maybe they wouldn't have gone that far. It's through this business. I don't know what you believe in. You don't have to believe in the kingdom agenda. You don't have to. But whatever you believe in, you are a better influence. You're a better person. You're a better person if you have succeeded. It puts you in a place where you can drive such. So whatever you do, don't give up. I'm going to wrap it up with some weddings. No, there's this song they say, don't give up, it's not over. You see, when you give up, then it's over. Keep surrounding yourself with the right people, and eventually you are going to excel. Spending time with the wrong people negates the efforts that you have put in. And that is why people move 2 steps forward and they move 5 steps backward. Thank you very much for this training, Moses. We're going to hear the second part of it and the third part and the fourth part, if need be, depending on how it goes. And for those of us that are going to apply these things, this year can still be your best year yet. We're in August. We still have 4 more months to go. This is when most people are going to make the most of results. It's called the Mba month. It's the month of traffic and results. If you put in the work, you will get the results. Go ahead and dominate. God bless you guys and have an amazing night rest. God bless you. Bye.